don't stop. I'm like the networking. The networking don't stop. Wait, hold on, where my headphones at? Let me get me headphones. Hold on. Oh man. Can't be dropping me phones. Can't be dropping. Okay, test, test, test. Okay, is we loud enough? I guess we is. Wait, oh, did my phone charge enough? Oh no, let me put my phone on the charger, y'all. Give me 1 second. Why is this? Why is my charger even a little bit wet? Oh yeah, what's up with it, y'all? Yeah, been doing a lot of networking lately. Net like it's crazy. What's up with it? Snail horseplay, man. I just been, on the job, man, networking, 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 networking. I'm like going, trying to get it in, trying to get it in. I'm sorry I haven't been doing a gang of lives. You feel me? I'm trying to get a lot of other things going. And it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But it don't the experience, it don't stop, man. It kind of just keeps going, and I think it's amazing over time as you start learning from the psychedelic experience, intertwining it, when it comes intertwined with the life experience. And like, and you start to see that the life experience is the psychedelic experience. Even though, when we dive in, we see all these crazy things that a lot of people can't explain. We see all these things. It's still the same thing with life that you begin to see. And like I guess that over time, I guess that's what I always ask myself, diving into the psychedelics, diving in, I always ask myself, like, is this gonna be something that I'm gonna have to use for the rest of my life? Or am I just gonna get in tune to the point to where I just be in tune? Because I ain't gonna make it seem, I did need the psychedelics at the time I was diving in. I can't say I didn't need it. you know like it was almost like when I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I wasn't a, everybody who are alcoholic, why they say that, I wasn't an alcoholic, but in a sense I was, because it was something that I needed, that I felt like I needed, that I felt like, it was helping me in the times where, I'd be stressed out or different things of that nature. And just diving in and drinking one day, and the alcohol spoke to me and just was like, you don't need me anymore. It was almost like the same thing with psychedelics. It was like, you don't need me in the way that you use me before. You feel me? Because I don't know. I was like, you don't need me like you needed me before. You don't like you need me, but you don't need me like you do before, because my mind is so open now. My mind is open to the infinite possibilities of life, the infinite actions of life, the infinity of what life is doing, the infinity of life seeing itself in all these different ways. And then not, and the infinity of the mind coming into life and looking at life in all the different ways that the mind look at life. And it's like, now it's like, dang, it's weird, right? Because after a while, like when you see like animals and different, and things like that in nature, they, we, it's like we make them human, like within us. Like you can see the human within the animal. Things start to get really trippy after a while, and you don't really want to lose touch with reality, or like what's going on here. Like, and I think that's like I see a lot of people do this. They lose touch with reality, with what's happening right now. They lose touch with that, and begin to create all these other things that life could be or should be or that they want life to be. And the you don't want to lose touch with living in the future or living in the past of reality. Like getting in touch with what's happening now and being able to go with now is like, it's a beautiful thing, because you're not expecting all these futuristic things that you didn't build. You're not expecting things to be the way that you think they should be. You're kind of making it be the things that you need them to be at, like, in every moment, bro. You like, it's wild because you begin to really fall into every moment, and every moment becomes like an infinite amount of time or whatever. It becomes like every moment becomes infinite, but not in the infinity to where you're getting trapped in it and trying to make that moment be the same moment all the time. Like, we get trapped in that. And like me, like I guess there's a lot of things that I didn't want to get and put myself in a position to like be. You feel me? I like just being. I like when we come here, when we talk, and all of us had these conversations about psychedelics and all this. But the realization is that once we're here, we can talk about these things. A lot of other places you can't talk about it. It's here. We can talk about psychedelics, we can talk about the experience, but once I leave here, I can't talk about it. And I seen myself getting caught up in that. I seen my I seen myself getting caught up in that way of life of everywhere I went, everybody I talked to, that's what I did. I talked about mushrooms, I talked about DMT, and like it was just this big thing, because to me it was new to me. But the reality of it is, it's not for everybody. Like, it's for you to help work on yourself and fix yourself. Now, if somebody's looking into it, or if somebody, it comes in the conversation and it's brought up, you can give it to people. But a lot of times, the way the world is now, you can't give these things to people because they look at it as being drugs. You got your small amount of people that's gonna look at it at a certain way. And I'm thinking that's the part that I don't want to lose touch with. And over time, I bettered myself to be able to talk to anybody about anything, to where I wasn't making it like, I was coming into people's lives trying to fix their lives and make their life, because it's not on us to fix somebody else's life. It's on us to be an example in our actions, in the things that we do. It's not on me to come along and try to fix somebody's life. And I think a lot of times that's where, I was even getting lost at, was trying to fix other people and trying to make them see what I was seeing. Like, you got to look at it this way. And it's like, no, everybody mind inside their own personality was created and generated and redefined by they self, right? Everybody. I don't care what you believe, what your understanding is. It was something that you generated and built over time. And you right, and like, what's weird, it's like almost like you on the beach, right? You build a sandcastle. Your sandcastle, it might not even be that big, and then I come along and I just kick your sandcastle over. You feel me? And like, the wild part about it that I started to see is like, people that react like this and act like that, they come and they break people's sandcastles instead of helping people build on their sandcastle. People love that. Like I never could understand that. Like, people like when somebody come along with some information and make you feel stupid for not knowing the information. Like it's an old school way of teaching that's never that never people never got over. They come in and it's like, if you don't know this, you stupid. If you don't know this, something wrong with you. But everybody is always, once they learn something, some kind of information or some kind of knowledge, they make it seem like something is wrong with you for not knowing. Like, or the people that don't know, these are the ignorant people. We start turning people into NPCs. We start turning into these things that they're not. But these are all the things that we're creating in our own mind in order to make ourselves feel right. And it's like, dang, bro. Yeah, if I would have knew this stuff way back when, but I guess it was good that I didn't. It was a learning experience. It was something that I had to go through in order, so I didn't just have to see the world. I was able to see myself and see how I viewed the world, because that's what was needed, was me and seeing how I viewed everything and knowing that I don't know shit like everybody else that comes along. Like, the heck? Hold on. I don't know what's going on. What the hell? How is my phone just came on by itself, bro? Oh, I'm like, my phone just started talking by itself. I ain't even on it. But no, like, you get to the point to where you start to see yourself and you start to see how you view the world, and then you begin to understand how the mind actually works and why people look at the world in the way that they look at the world, because this is one of the ways that you're looking at the world. This is the way that you're saying that's what's going on. It's like weird, because you start to even see how, like I said, this shit is like chess, bro. You start to see the different positions that you put people in that you have some kind of faith in. It's like, on the chessboard, you put your kings in a position like this. Okay, Terrence McKenna is the king of this right here. He's the king of this information. And we start putting all these people in these different positions in order to fulfill our own journey, or in order to make us feel or look a certain way. And it's like, these are things that I learned along the way. Like, it's wild, bro. It's wild, because along the way you start even seeing these infinite realities that you create and you generate, and you begin to become part of in your own mind. Like, you begin to play them out, but not knowing that a lot of these things are playing out in on their own in your own mind, bro. I said, man, I sit back and I trip off of shit, because I go, there's nothing there's nothing that's going on that is actually ours. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion on how you should feel about certain situations, these are things that were created outside of us. Why you keep on connecting the, oh, let me turn this off. Okay, yeah. So all these things are generated and created outside of us, and we take them in and we make them a part of us. Like, it's kind of weird, because it make you see or understand how you are everything. You are already everything. That's how come you can bring anything within you and make yourself a part of it and make it a part of you, because you're already everything happening right now within yourself. You are, because everything that is outside of you is happening within you. There's nothing that's not happening outside of you that's not going on in the inside. And that's the beautiful thing that I think you start to see with psychedelics. But as you diving in, don't let, I feel like, don't let that be the one thing that all life is about. Like, don't get caught up in the play, because, hey, like I said, everybody is playing these certain roles. Everybody is playing a role, and it don't matter. Like, you can get caught up in psychedelics and be like, okay, psychedelics it can save the world. I'm not saying it's not possible, but then you start to see other people that are diving in, and it's not changing them. It's not doing anything to them. Like, even though they're having all these moments and all these experiences, it's not changing them. It's not changing, like, they self, because some people are just who they are, And psychedelics is a way to like open your mind and actually see yourself and understand yourself. It's not on to understand the universe, because if you are the universe, then understanding yourself will be the best thing to actually look for. You know, we're looking for all the gods, we're looking for the entities, we're looking for the other realities that are generated, not knowing that these generated realities are all existing within you. That's how we're able to tap into them. We're able to tap into every aspect of yourself, of you, the way your mind looks at things, the way your mind generates and creates realities on top of realities. Like when you tap into the love part of psychedelics, and we go, dang, everything was just love. It was nothing outside of that. It was just, that was the one thing that you tapped into. So all you could see all the love, that all the passion from love that ever existed, that ever came, that ever was, what love actually is. But the cold thing about it is, we are all these things in one. We are the love, we are the hate, we are the pain, we are all these things in one thing. So when you travel and you can see one of those things by itself, it's a whole nother reality. It's a whole different understanding, because you get to dive into that one feeling, and actually become that one feeling and not see anything outside of it. But even though that is cool, we are still all these things in one. We are all of them in one. And the one thing that I think we try to do is we try to escape the ones that we don't like, the ones that we decide that are not good for us. Instead of, diving on ourselves and seeing where the hate and the frustration comes in at, why am I feeling this way, why do I get these type of feelings, we try to dig a hole and bury these things and put them behind us. But these things, the fear, the hate, the anger, all these things come together to make us what we are in the moment. Our dislikes, our likes, they all come together to make us who we are and what we are. And it's like kind of weird, bro, because we try to get rid of the ones that, we in fear of or we don't like, but we're not getting rid of them. All we doing is we burying them in the subconscious mind, and then over time they come out. That's why a lot of times when I was diving in, I wasn't running from the fear. Like in the beginning, I ran from the fear. I ran from it for so long until I got to the point and seeing that I was the one creating the fear. I was the one creating the hate. I was the one creating these things, because even though these things existed and they were here, didn't mean that I had to play a part in them every time the way that I did. It didn't even mean that I had to be scared of them. It didn't mean that I had to like run from them. It was better when I dove into the fear of myself and the things that I feared. Fearing demons and fearing Satan and fearing all these different things that I created over time. When I say I created it, I mean once I accepted it and I said it was something bad, I made it a part of my life. I made it a part of me. And that's the wild thing, is like sometimes you got to face yourself, because yourself is the one that's creating all this shit. It makes me wonder how special these people interface with reality. Some of them are just completely trapped in their body. If genetic code is a little off, you just stop developing normally. And that's true, because every aspect of what a person is or what life is going to play out within everybody. Like I was in that space to where when I took psychedelics, I was like, I could see what depression was and why people were offing themselves because they were depressed. Like it was crazy, bro, because I couldn't escape the feeling. It didn't matter what I was doing. If I ate something that made me feel good, it like I'll feel good for 2 seconds and then I'll go right back into this depressed mode of why is this going on in the world? Why are people doing this? Why do I do this? The brain can be real fatigued, fragile. You can just get stuck in loops. Yeah, and I was stuck in that shit, bro. But once I came out of it, it made me understand the ones that were trapped in that space. And it made me also understand that sometimes that place and that feeling is going to come up within me. It's like I'm not going to be able to stop it sometimes. Sometimes it's just going to happen. That's something that's just going to happen. I'm not going to be able to stop it. I'm not going to be able to not make it what it is. But in order to be able to fight through it and see the cause of it was like even better. And when you fight through it, you find out you're the cause. But what pinpointed at you and made you act that way is the part that you kind of see when you dive in. You kind of see, but you see that all these actions or all these things are just yourself, putting yourself in all these different positions of belief or feelings. Like these are like it's weird because even when you think of love and like what love is and what love's supposed to be, this is something that was given to us. And we said, okay, this is what love is. And once we accept it, that's what love is. Every time we got into a relationship and we didn't see that, it made us walk away because we didn't understand another person's love or significant other's love. Like they love is different than ours. They're not always the same. That's why it's like, dang, once I understood my love and my compassion and that it wasn't just the same as everybody else's. It made me look at things totally different, bro, like which is wow. And I don't know, bro, it's kind of weird when you get there though. There is no love in the realm of death. Uh it actually is. It actually is. There is peace if you really think about it, because the realm of death is the release from this right here, from this everything that comes with this, everything, every idea, every thought, every pain. It's a release from this. That's like the infinite love right there, is to be able to release all this and not have to hold on to it no more, because we're holding on to so much pain and we're walking around with it every day, not just our own pain, but we are always walking around with the pain of the world or the ones that's close to us. We are always walking around with that. That's why every time I see that Scarface and say the world is yours on the blimp, it makes sense because it is. So you walk around with the world on your shoulders 24/7. But death is a release of that, all that pain. Like just think about, like, the ones that passed and what they were going through when they left. Like when you think of that, you go, dang, I kind of feel blessed that they left because they don't have to carry that no more. They don't have to carry none of that stuff no more. And when the loved one, yeah, hey, love died. No, it doesn't. It still exists within you. That's the thing. That love that person gave you still exists within you. And it exists within you for what? So you can share it to another one. And you can give it to the next one. And then the next one can give it to the next one, and we just keep on passing it on like a hot potato. But it gets hot, and then you got to leave. It's time to go. It's time to go. Like, you should be happy. Like, we didn't complain the whole way. We complained about bills. We complained about other people. We complained about being hurt by friends. We complained about being hurt by loved ones. Like, bro, when you be able to let all that go, bro, that's gonna be the beautifulest part of everything. I always bring this up is when I had the DMT experience and I popped out of my body and I seen my body laying there and everything my body was holding on to that wasn't with me when I was outside of the body. Man, I felt like somebody had let the air out of a tire that was pumped up too high, that had too much air in it. I was relieved of all the pressure of life, all the pressure. Like and then you begin to realize that all the pressure of life is nothing but another illusion. It's nothing but an illusion that we generated over time ourselves. That's all it ever was. It was an illusion that you generated over time yourself. You decided to carry the pressure of something happening to that person over there. You decided to carry the hate that that person over there had for that person that made him do something to that person. We decided to carry all that stuff. We didn't have to, but we decided it because we always get that mentality of, oh, we got to fix this or we got to fix that. And you can't really fix anything. Life is being life. Life is going life with that. Life, when we done here, life going to still be life. And everything that's happening is still going to be happening once we're done, because life is it's actually experiencing itself in every which way possible, the good ways and the bad ways and the in between, because we never talk about the in between, but it's experiencing itself within every which way. Now, when you come in with your mind, you get to carry what you want to carry within life. You get to decide what you want to carry, what you want to pack your bags with. And if you pack your bags with all bad stuff, that's all you're going to see. You're not going to be able to walk by and see that flower growing and smell that flower as it's growing. You feel me? Before it withers and goes away. And probably the same ways too. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's going every which way, bro. You can't like there's not one way that life is not going. And the story of life, of like even the human life, is no different than the story of the animal life or plant life or a bug's life. It's no different. That's why we come out with all these stories: the Lion King, a bug's life, the grasshopper within Pinocchio. We come out with all these different stories because we know everything. Like even back when Disney was coming out with all the stories of the remember the one about the weed? Remember you see the flower growing, the I forgot if it was a daffodil, whatever, and then the weed pop up and they run up on the flower and they start choking it. And then I don't know if it was Donald Duck or one of them got to come out and try to chase the weed off to try to stop the weeds from killing the flowers. Bro, this is part of life. It's all part of the grand scheme of life. It's not just happening to people. Like plants, it's plant wars going on. It's plants that fight other plants. It's plants that eat other plants. It's trees that eat other trees. It's plants that eat trees. This is part of the grant of everything. It's all the same. It's just we have the mind to make it look the way we want it to look. You say, let's see. What's up, Jessica? It's all if the archons have been released from you. Not everything is heavy as it used to be. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. Because like when I lost my father, like I told him, my man, look, you going through all this pain and you gonna try to stay here and go through this pain in order to fulfill the needs of us, like we gonna be all right. We're not going through the pain that you going through. It's okay for you to leave. Like we not like you in pain every day. Like, but we go, nah, we want them. Like I see people do this, like, when they have a loved one that's about to pass, and then they want the doctors to keep them alive. You like they're in pain. They're laying there in pain every day, and then we try to keep them here. No, we want them to stay here because our love for them. But well, what about that pain that they feeling? That we ain't feeling that same pain. We see it, but then we not feeling it. We just going, if I lose you, then what am I gonna do? You're gonna keep going, just like when our parents lost their parents, and they parents lost their parents, and they parents lost their parents. It's not nothing new to reality. When you start to get a certain age, you're gonna start to lose everybody around you. That's life right there. That's life. And if for some reason, us as people, we don't get used to that because we want everything to last forever. But it just don't work. Life don't work like that. They say it's easy to speak like that when you're not the one being in a dark room by a psychopath. Nah, it's not easy to speak like that, bro. I did 6 years in prison. I seen a lot of stuff. I went through a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of us didn't been through a lot of stuff. But when you think like that, there is peace. I told you that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see that. That's what you're gonna see. That's all you're gonna see. And you're gonna make it out to be bad, but it's something that you can't control. I live right here in San Diego where that happens a lot, right there in Tijuana in Mexico. It happens a lot. But it's not me doing it. It's not me, so I can't carry that. It's not me doing that. I feel sorry, it's messed up for the ones it happened to, but that's life. It's something I cannot control. And I'm not doing it. So why am I going to just make a big thing of it and carry that thing in my life? No, I can't do that. Now I can, my kids, I have kids, I can give them the examples of what's going on so they don't get put in that position or it don't happen to them. But it don't even take, you can give a person everything you want and something like that still can happen. This shit can just happen to anybody, bro. That's a part of it. Let's see, I guarantee your exact story is being played out to parallel somewhere else in the universe on a different planet. Our perspective is way too confined to Earth. So we are in pain here. Why will we be in peace after life? I mean, you carrying you look, that's the crazy thing. Like I told you, bro, if you're in pain, like, cause every time I know you in pain and all the time, because that's all like you say there is peace at the end, but are you following what that says? There is peace at the end. Is there? You like that's your own question. that's your that's your own like there is peace. Like, bro, you gotta find your peace of mind, bro. You can't control what these people is out here doing. Cause despite what you think and you feel how people should be, like I said, I seen a lady that mother got done in by a guy that was staying with them. The guy went to prison, got out of prison. The daughter, wanted to be a good person and give the guy a job and forgive him for what he did. Over time, that guy offed her too. So he took the life of the mother and the daughter. There are people out there that are just like that, despite what? I don't know if it's a chemical imbalance or what's going on with them, but there's just going to be people like that in life, and there's always been people like that in life. That's something that you're not going to be able to change, and nobody's not going to be able to change. You're not going to be able to stop a lion from running down and grabbing a baby deer just because it's a baby. You're not going to be able to stop that. That's part of it. That's what's going on. You're not going to be able to stop an eagle from flying out the sky and grabbing a baby goat. You're not going to be able to stop us from taking baby animals and making them the best food for us. None of that is going to stop. That's part of it, down to the smallest organism. Down to the smallest organism, this is happening. So you can make it the only thing that's happening in life, but it's not. That right there, like the beheadedness, is only probably not even 1% of what's going on in life. But if that's the part you're going to focus on, that's all you're going to see. But if you go and you look at the statistics, it's probably only 1% of what's going on now in life. But you're going to take that 1% and make it into a whole, and it's not that. So you're creating your own illusion by doing that. And your illusion, you're going to go and try to feed it to everybody else because you feel some type of way because of this 1% of thing that's happening. And now you're going to make everybody else feel that way. So is that helping people? Is that helping people? I don't know, bro. I don't think that's helping people. Making them feel a certain way behind, like that's not helping nobody, bro. Let's see. So if we are in pain here, we'll be in peace in the afterlife. let's see, we could be able to change people by manipulating DNA. I think that the DNA manipulates itself as we go. But as I said, people are not the only thing that's acting like this. Like I was thinking, let's see, he said, where do I get albinos? I don't know, man. I don't even know. But people are acting in the way the reality works, bro. Like I was tripping out, I was tripping out, like I said a long time ago about the birds, right? And I was like wondering, like, how could because you got these birds that'll lay eggs, and the eggs will hatch, and then it'll end up being three chicks, and they'll start feeding them. Now, over time, they get tired. They like, wait, hold on. Like, I'm feeding all these babies. I got the bird to kick one of the babies out the nest. The parent will kick one out the nest. So if you change the DNA of humans, you're gonna have to change the DNA of all the animals and all the insects because they do the same thing. Not everything works the same way. Everything is under this same fucking tuning. So if you change the humans, which the humans been trying to change for the longest, but we all are animals and we all have these animal instincts that just some of us come out just doing some weird stuff. Some of us look, we just make a couple of ditties over time. You feel me? We make a couple of ditties, we make a Charles Manson, we just do that. It just happens. Nobody's gonna ever change that. That's not gonna ever change. And if it do, it's not gonna be no time soon because we're talking about something that's been going on for tens and maybe 100,000 years. And now here we go. Out of this 100,000 years that people been doing this same thing, we've been here not even 50 years. I'll be here 50 years next month. And I come along and try to change something that's been going on for 100,000 years. Like it's damn near close to impossible. It's a fight that you can't fight. It's a fight that that not even a fight. It's just a fight within yourself because you're not gonna change that shit. I don't care what you do. Why it's best to just enjoy the moment. Yeah, it is. It actually is. And the moment's gonna be up and down, bro. They're gonna be good, they're gonna be bad. But you gotta focus on what's good for you. You gotta focus on what's good for you, what makes you happy. Cause you begin to dive off into that stuff and you forget what makes you happy. You forget how to be happy. Cause now you carrying everybody else's baggage. And everybody personal baggage wasn't made for you to carry because you're not in that situation. Like you probably never be even anywhere close to being in that situation, but you'll make that situation yours. You'll put it in your bags and you'll carry it. Like we done seen people fight for everything. We done seen people fight for saving the whales. We done seen people fight for saving different insects. We done seen them fight for saving animals. We done seen people fight for saving people. But then as they're doing that, what are they fighting against? They're fighting against other people still, in a sense. So it's going, people should be like this, and these people over here should be destroyed. But we're going to destroy the people that's out there destroying people. Like you're no different than them. No different. No different. That like the over time, I'm telling you, bro, that's one thing that I learned. I said all information ain't good information. Because we'll give information and we'll make people go and hate a whole nother group of people because the information that we giving them. And that's because we feel some type of way about the other people. Like it can be a person out there that's, doing something terrible to a lot of other people, but to you, they be cool and they be different with you. Like bro, this shit is crazy, especially when you aren't in pain. Yeah, especially when you ain't in pain. Yeah, that's the crazy part. I think I divided too much. I died too much into salvia. I can't come back no more. Nah, you back, bro. That's why you back. This is just the other part of you. Me is the other part of you talking, going, bro, come on now. We can do this. We can do this. Go smell the flowers. Go hug a tree. You feel me? It might not last, but for that moment, that shit gonna be feeling good for that moment. You feel me? The tree might not even hug you back. The tree not gonna hug you back. But it's about you working on your own happiness and finding the things that actually make you happy. You feel me? But we get consumed in these things. Don't like trust me, bro. My girl watch ID channel like so much every day. Like if I come in, she's off of work, bam, she be watching the ID channel. I come in, I watch so much of it, then I'll be like, I gotta go back and do this. But it's wild because this is what fucked me up is I was complaining. I said, man, you watching the ID channel when we fall asleep. You feel me? You watching the ID channel. Hey, this all it's talking about is this person did that to that person. That person did this to that person. Everybody getting knocked off. And then I go put it on Rick and Morty. And then I go put it on anything else I put it on. It got death in it. It got hate in it. It got the same thing, bro. But I think we just cover it up and, we kind of spice it up and, put a little color paint on it and try to make it look better. Oh, just because it's a cartoon, it's not the same. Oh, just because, I'm watching the Animal Channel, like I watch the Animal Channel a lot, bro. Oh, just because it's animals eating animals, it's not the same. It's different. You feel me? Oh, it's fish eating worms, it's different. And it's like, nah, it's just the same thing going on all the time. And it's just a part of the show. It's just a part of it. And I got to the point to where I just said, dang, I know what makes me happy. I know what makes me happy, and that's the part I'm gonna stay in, and it ain't like I don't pay attention to the crazy stuff that's going on, but we can't control some things. We just can't. And you like hey, we get caught up in the superheroes like Superman and Batman. Batman, we make it seem like Batman stopping all the crime in the city. Spider-Man stopping all the crime in the city, while Batman over here stopping somebody robbing a bank, somebody over there snatching a old lady purse. While Superman over here stopping the lady from snatching somebody's purse, somebody over here stealing this from this person. Somebody over, it's like, bro, come on now. Like I think one day we might be able to get it together, but like as far as as far as we make each other different and go, these people over here is better than those people. Oh, if you rich, you better than the poor people. Or if you middle class, you better than the poor people. If once we keep like as we keep doing it like that, bro, we always gonna keep ourselves separated from each other. And that's gonna always be a problem. That's gonna always be a problem. And it's crazy because the same way we run our places like the United States, China, or whatever, is the same way the animal kingdom run they shit. You feel me? It ain't no different. Look at the queen of the ants. You feel me? Then you got the queen of England. Then you got the king of lions of the whole lion. It's one lion running all the lions. Like I was watching Lion King last night, tripping off of it because I ain't gonna lie. I like when I say all information ain't good information. Like I was asking somebody, I think it was somebody close to me. Oh, did you watch that new Lion King yet? And they was like, yeah. I was like, was it cool? I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it was this, and this. And I'm going, so I didn't watch it all this time. And then I finally went and watched it last night and said, man, that was a good ass movie. It was a dope ass movie to me. Only thing who are the same gather together. Yeah, because everybody that's because it makes you feel like you right. You feel me? That's why we got gangs and we got the churches and different belief systems. When everybody come together and have the same belief system, it's easier to be right within your community. Even when you wrong. We seen that preacher, you feel me, that preacher doing all that crazy stuff. And then we turn around and and they protecting him. You feel me? Like it's been going on for so long, bro. I told you it's been going on for so long. That's why I don't, I just kind of laugh at it now. I kind of laugh at it and I say, man, I'm gonna just do me. You feel me? If you doing something that helps you, okay, man, more power to you. But don't get mad at me if I ain't doing it. All right. That's the only thing I say. If I don't want to do what you think I should do, don't get mad at me. Because what works for you, is for you. It's not for me. You feel me? I might need a wrench and you might be a screwdriver at the time. I'm just saying. So if it works for you, that's cool, bro. I understand it. But don't get mad at me if you come to me like, yeah, this big thing and this did to work for you. No, it might not work for me. You feel me? I got what I like. I'm up there. I'm up there in age in my own experience to where I know what works for me. I'm not looking for anything to work for me. I'm not looking. I'm not looking no more. I'm not on the search to try to fix myself. All right. I'm not on that journey no more. I surpassed that. You feel me? I'm Super Saiyan 29 right now. You feel me? I didn't learn from I'm Super Saiyan 29 for myself right now, and that's just for me. I'm just saying. So it's like I don't be I'm not looking to fix me no more. I understand myself and what it's gonna be is gonna be. I'm like more into, like I said, the moment now and being in the moment. I'm living in my moments and I'm captivating my moments because they're mine. They're mine. Your moment should be yours. It's good for you to live in your moment. Like even if you want to live life thinking, people out there do, that's cool too. That's a part of it also. Because each one of those things is life just experiencing itself. Like I don't even think we doing what we think we doing. I think that's the illusion. The illusion of is we're doing what we think we doing. We're living in the illusion of helping ourselves or helping other people or helping this and helping that. No, we're not. This thing is doing it itself. The body is doing everything itself. Everything living in this life is doing it by itself. It never needed a mind to do what it does. It just needed a mind to be there to see the experience happening. It didn't need the mind to come and try to fix life or fix anything or work on anything. It just needed the mind to be able to look at it in the way the mind looks at it, as if it's happening to you and it's going on with you. But you are not the body. You are not the mind. Ain't that what we say, Master Creator? You are not the mind. You are not the body. The mind and the body is doing its own thing. The mind can only do what it was taught to do. Like I always said that if you take a person, right? If you take a person and not let that person hear nothing the human ever said or see nothing the human has ever did, would that even be considered a human? Like it wouldn't even know it wouldn't have a language. It wouldn't know how to do many of things. It'd probably just be using the rest. It'd just be a lost soul or something. It'd just be a lost body. It wouldn't even know how to act. Everything that we know or think we know or have was given to us. We got it from outside, from some over there, or from that person, from that person. And every time it was like, hey, this is what is best for you. You know why it's best for you? Because this is what our great grandparents did. This is what my parents did. So this will be right for you. There's many people like that right now. Yeah, many. But that's what is needed. You feel me? So we can see it. So the ones that really, on the outside of it, like even that person needs to be the way that they are so they can see how those people are. So these people can see how they are. It's like almost the consciousness, like when you see it, the consciousness itself is being itself. It's constantly observing itself in every which way and telling itself, oh, that's not that. That's not right there. I need to be like this. While it's telling itself over there the same thing. But we looking at it as being something different. Like the individuals are looking at it differently. But everything is saying the same thing, bro. It's like kind of weird. Once I be me, the way I understand it now, it's like it's all the same thing, but It's like taking some clothes and taking this Nickelodeon shirt and putting Nickelodeon on it now, and now it's a Nickelodeon sweater. But if it had a Nike logo, it'll be a Nike sweater. It'll still be the same sweater though. But if I just change the logo, it'll become a whole different sweater. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It's still the same sweater. Like it don't matter what logo you put on it. But when we put the logo on it, we don't look at it as just a sweater. It's a Nickelodeon sweater now. You feel me? And it's like it's crazy, bro. It's and I don't, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I don't even like to look at it that way, but that's the way I see it now. It's like you can code it in whatever it is. It's still underlined. It's this one thing that we covered it up so we don't see that thing that it's underlined. And that's what we do with our bodies and our minds. We kind of code ourselves with all these things in order so we can be all these other things that we already are. One time without taking my drugs, I started to hear voices in my head by a cartoonish way about a computer. Then a man storm. A man storm? Is that what they say? Storm. Oh, then a man stormed in and swiped away all the other people. And he told me, he told you what? I had experiences like that to where I was doving in and like I was in there like on the operating table, and this one female like entity with like a hoodie or a robe or something came in and swiped it all away on me. It made me forget all of it. Everything that happened, me on the operating table and all that shit. That shit was crazy, bro. Hey, look, I am the man who control everything, and then he made appeared a keyboard computer, and every time he pushed a button, I was receiving an electric impulsion going to my nerve. To dang, bro, yeah, that's crazy. Hey, that's wild when you at that point to where you see these type of things and you not on nothing. Like that's a wild experience. That's a wild experience. What if he was just you, another form of you? That would be even wilder. He was like the form that you don't know, that know you, but you don't know him. Like the form of you that controls everything, every aspect of yourself, every feeling. Like like the other you that controls the universe, that is everybody. But you that would be wild, bro. That's crazy. Dang. I want to hear more of that. Hey, I want to hear more of that. That's like that dude on Neo with all the TVs and shit, bro. That is trippy. That is trippy. There's peace. That is trippy. Like, and I know a lot of us did had experiences like that. I know we have, which is wild. But on that note, y'all, I gotta tear out of here. I gotta go do my thing, get back to work, and go pick these kids up from school. And yeah, I'll tap in when I tap in, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a good talk. You feel me? It's always a good talk. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I like maybe I don't know what normal is no more, but lately I've been trying to be normal. Okay. It's like I really don't know what normal is no more, but lately I've been trying to be normal. All right. So I'm trying to get back normal, whatever normal is. I don't see normal no more because everything that people say or think or feel like I should do, I go, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. It's not what I want to do. You feel me? Like, even if I say I want to do it at the time, like later on, I get to think about it. I'll be like, man, that ain't that's what they want me to do. And I'm like, going, I don't want to do that. This is what I want to do. I like it, man. I want to do this right here. What I'm doing right now, this is what I want to do. This is what I like to do. Like, period. All right, snail horseplay. All right, there is peace. Psychedelic used to do that a lot. Dang. Yeah, there is peace. Yeah, man. Next time we're gonna have to get in Discord and have a talk, bro. We're gonna have to talk in there because I think it'd be better. when we have those discussions where we can actually hear each other voice and dive into the topics we talking about. It'd be a lot. I like it that way. But on that note, man, I'll see y'all next time. And peace out. Y'all have a good day, man. Enjoy your day. Enjoy every moment. Make your moments. Love your moments. Stop trying to take other people's moments. Let them have their moments. You feel me? No matter whether it's good or bad, let them have their moments, but enjoy your moment and keep your moment as your moment. You feel me? Like, period. And